Welcome to Akron Public Schools and the Human Resources New Teacher Orientation. Employment with Akron Public Schools is more than just a job. Our mission at Akron Public Schools is to prepare each child for success. Our Human Resources mission is to recruit, retain, and support a high-performing, diversified staff to ensure a college and career readiness for all students. Here is a listing of some of our key human resource team members, starting with our Executive Director, Kathy McVeigh. Contact information for these human resources team members is available in your handbook. The New Teacher Handbook provides an overview of policies, practices, and procedures working with Akron Public Schools. It's broken down to various areas such as basic facts and information, teacher responsibilities, a benefit package, and other important information. Please review this information thoroughly. If you have questions, you may follow up with your supervisor or a member of the Human Resources team. The following slides will cover on key areas of the handbook, but will not cover each page individually. All teaching employees must hold proper licensure for the area in which they are assigned. All teachers should be aware of the type of license they hold, the date their license expires, and what is required to either extend or renew that license. If you are obtaining your first teaching license, you are required to submit the documentation to Human Resources within 60 days from your start date. Teachers that hold a 4-year resident educator license must complete the Ohio Department of Education Resident Educator Program. The contact for Akron Public Schools for the Resident Educator Program is Diane Gerhardt. Please contact her immediately at the phone and/or email listed. Once a 4-year resident educator teacher completes the Resident Educator Program, they transition to a 5-year professional license. All teachers that hold a 5-year professional license are required to have an individualized professional development plan approved by the local Professional Development Committee. Every 5 years, the teacher is required to complete 6 semester hours or 18 CEUs to renew their license. Your IPDIPI is required to be submitted to the local Professional Development Committee for approval prior to starting any professional development. Our LPDC consultant is Lisa O'Rourke. You may reach Lisa at the telephone number or email address listed. If you have an IPDIPI from a previous school district, you may transfer the IPDIPI and completed professional development to Akron Public Schools. Please contact Lisa regarding this transfer. The Highly Qualified Teacher Credentials, or HQT, are standards developed by the No Child Left Behind and Ohio Department of Education. This requires that all teachers meet standards and maintain their individual HQT information. This may include Praxis scores, an OAE, university transcripts, or certificates of attendance. Each year, you will be required to attest to your HQT status for your individualized schedule through the Teacher Access Center. Akron Public School uses an electronic system called ASAP to report absences and obtain substitute teachers as necessary. You will use your APS login to access ASAP to report, review, or cancel your absences. If your assignment requires a substitute, you may establish a list of preferred and/or favorite substitute teachers in your ASAP profile. This will initially limit the substitute assignment to your preferred and favorite substitutes based on when the absence is reported. We encourage you to explore your ASAP profile to become familiar with the system so you are prepared if you should need to enter an absence. If you have any questions regarding the ASAP system, there is a help link that provides many resources. The ASAP system is accessible via the APS portal, direct internet link at the address listed, or via direct phone line. You may also access ASAP on any mobile devices with internet access. All APS employees are expected to strive for perfect attendance. Any absence from work causes a disruption in work and especially to the classroom and your students' learning. It is also important to note that using sick time for an unnecessary absence is a violation of board policy and may result in disciplinary action. Full-time employees earn 1¼ sick days per month or 15 days per year. In order to reduce any personal and financial hardship should an employee have a serious health issue, it is expected that employees allow these days to accrue. The maximum number of sick days that a full-time employee may accrue is 425 days. If you have accumulated sick days from another Ohio public school or public agency, you may be able to transfer those days to Akron Public Schools. The form is included in your new hire employment packet and must be completed and certified by the public school district or agency. When you have the need to report off work, please follow the instructions of your immediate supervisor. You are also required to immediately enter your absence into ASAP. For planned absences such as a personal day or attendance bonus day, the absence should be entered as soon as scheduled. For unplanned absences, the absence should be entered immediately to obtain a substitute. Based on the type of absence, additional documentation may be required. If your position does not require a substitute, the documentation may be attached to your ASAP absence. If your position does require a substitute, you are required to complete an absence form or an S2J and attach your required documentation to this form. This is submitted to your immediate supervisor. Examples of required documentation for an absence include a personal illness or family illness greater than 5 consecutive days, a family death, and a justifiable absence. All full-time and regularly scheduled part-time AEA members are eligible for unrestricted absences. These include an AEA personal day, 1 per year, and up to 2 attendance bonus days. The bonus days are earned in 2 ways. The 100+ attendance bonus day is based on your sick day accrual at the start of the year. If you have 100 days or more of sick time accrued at the start of the year, you will receive a 100+ attendance bonus day. The second day is based on attendance during the previous school year. If you have 5 or less absences in the previous school year, you will receive an attendance incentive day for the current school year. These unrestricted absence days cannot be taken immediately before or after a holiday or break period. Some of this time may be eligible for payment at the end of the school year if not used. Upon hire with Akron Public Schools, a full-time teacher will receive a limited 1-year contract. Providing continued employment, the teacher will receive a 1-year limited contract each year until continuing contract qualifications have been met following Ohio Revised Code 3319.08. At that time, the teacher may be eligible for a continuing contract status. In subsequent years will receive an annual salary notice. If you have held tenure in another public district within the last 5 years, you may be eligible for tenure status with Akron Public School after 1 full year with Akron. You must submit written verification from the previous district to Human Resources by March 15th of your first year with Akron Public Schools. All full-time professional staff on a short schedule follow the Akron Public School 24 pay plan. Your annualized pay is divided equally over 24 semi-monthly pay dates. The pay dates are the 15th and the last day of each month. For teachers, the first pay for the school year is September 15th, and the 24th pay is the last day of August following that school year. If you follow a different time schedule, please check with our payroll department for your specific payroll dates. Occasionally, Akron Public Schools may close all or certain buildings due to weather or other calamities. Please be alert to the local radio and news stations for details. Akron also utilizes an all-call system for notification to staff and students. Please be sure to listen closely to any announcement to ensure if staff are required to report. In the event that Akron exceeds the state allowed calamity hours, the makeup time is required work time and may result in an extension of the school year beyond the last school day or working over spring break. Please make your summer and spring break plans accordingly. In order to limit the use of employee Social Security numbers, all employees have been assigned a random employee ID. You will be required to provide this number on various APS forms. In the 2013-2014 school year, all Ohio schools started the use of the Ohio Teacher Evaluation System, or OTES. The evaluation is based on frequent walkthroughs, observations, and a final evaluation. OTES supports a professional growth model for educators and is used to continually assist educators in improving teacher performance. OTES is collaborative and in support of the teacher. In addition, student data is included as a part of the evaluation. For all teachers in their first year with Akron, your OTES will be completed by your consulting teacher. This concludes the first portion of the Human Resources New Teacher Orientation. Welcome to Akron Public Schools. Please continue to the next Human Resources presentation.